Magandang araw po muli sa inyo. Ito po si Father Deo Galang, bumabati po at masayang nakikisama sa inyo sa ating kwentuhan, sa ating reflection, sa ating pagninilay sa ating ebanghelyo ngayong linggo.
At ito po si Bishop Ambo David. Kamusta po kayong lahat, mga kaparokya?
Brother Willie Suarez po, kamusta ang ating mga kapwa mananalig?
Okay. Alam niyo po, last week nasa Cebu po ako, no? And we stayed in a hotel for our very, very big congregation.
Ito ba yung CEAP?
Oo, ng Catholic Educators Association of the Philippines. Malaking convention po ito, almost 3,000 kami.
Wow.
Mga school workers and teachers and administrators na Catholic schools sa buong Pilipinas. And I was so surprised to open the television. I opened the television late afternoon sa Cebu. Ang gandang lalaki nitong nagsasalita. Ako pala yun, Father.
No.
Bishop. Mga taga Cebu, maraming salamat po. And the people behind the Catholic channel sa Cebu na nag-host po sa Menafé.
Regular tayo doon. Yeah.
Maraming salamat.
That's why we get a lot of comments from Cebu.
Yes. Yeah. And ngayon po ang ating discussion ay the idea of to never give up.
Never give up.
Maybe the basic message of Jesus is never give up. Marami pong sinabihan ganyan at pag-uusapan natin mamaya yan. Pero una po siguro, Bishop will give us a little background. Ako rin po mismo na-confuse when I heard of the mustard seed, I already concluded it must be the parable.
Kala mo Lucan version siya nung parable ng mustard seed na naki-Mark at saka Matthew. Ano?
Iba pa yun.
Oo, iba siya.
Oo.
Yung original to kay Mark, yung sinasabi niya, yung the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. Ano? Sabi niya parang, it is the smallest
among the seeds.
Sabi niya, but when it grows, sabi niya, it becomes the largest among the shrubs. Sa Mark chapter 4, ito siya. Mark chapter 4, tapos, ito, sabi niya, it is sown in the ground. When it is sown in the ground, it is the smallest of all the seeds of the earth. But once it is sown, it springs up and becomes the largest of plants and puts forth large branches so that the birds of the sky can dwell in its shade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
pero yung dito, ginawa lang niyang parang metaphor yung
parang
mustard seed.
jumping point lang.
Kasi, di ba, parang may pakiusap yung mga disciples, increase our faith. Kasi ang background naman to increase our faith, kasi tinanong nila ang Panginoon, how many times should I forgive my brother? 7 times? Parang big deal na yung 7 times sa kanila. No, sabi niya, no, not 7 times, but 70 times 7 times. And then sabi niya, what? Hindi namin kaya yan.
Biglang kinapos.
Dagdagan po ang aming pananampalataya. Alam niyo po, yan ang obsession ng tao ngayon, yung increase.
Teka ba, doon niya sinabi na, anong increase your faith? If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, get uprooted and it will get uprooted. Sabi niya, throw yourself into the sea.
Kasi po yung pag-isip ng mga disciples, parang ang faith ay parang material na bagay na kailangan dagdagan. Kailangan increase. Parang yung concept of productivity. So that we will be able to forgive more, do more, serve more, increase our faith. Yung magic word ng mga apostles. Pati po ngayon, di ba, yung increase is always some kind of parang ginagawang material. Minsan po, naalala ko, seminarista pa ako, mayroon pong isang pare, parang medyo pilosopo yung pare, nagbibiro. Mayroon pong dumating na matandang parokyan at sabi niya, Father, naghihingi po ako ng misa, sabi niya. Sumagot itong pare, nasan po yung supot nyo? Bibigyan kita ng misa. Parang material na.
Mahingi, no?
Parang humingi, parang nakabibigay lang na gano'n. No? Parang, even Jesus, no, he was looking into our experience of faith, not something material na dinadagdagan.
Parang pinuputo ng Panginoon dito. Parang iba yata yung bokabularyo mo. Hindi yan ang bokabularyo.
We don't use that word.
Ang nakikita ko rin, sa mundo, sanay tayo dun sa more is better. Pero sa Panginoon, iba eh. Parang sinasabi niya, ops, not necessarily. Ang totoo nga niyan, little is better.
Or sometimes having more can be a disadvantage.
Yes, it can be possible. And minsan po, mayroong isang pare, 2 po yung bell niya. Pag nagmimisa po siya, dalawa yung bell nung pare sa misa. Pagkatapos ng collection, binebell po yun. Mayroon po siyang maliit na bell at saka malaking bell. Pag maliit po yung kolekta, yung maliit na bell lang.
Anong sinasabi
katiting,
Katiting, katiting, katiting. Tapos susunod po yung malaking bell. Dagdagan, dagdagan, dagdagan. Hindi, kahit naman po sa isang parable ni Jesus. Sorry, hindi pala parable. Totoong kwento na karanasan ni Jesus. Yung widow's mite. No?
Yeah.
Ang laki, ang dami ng binigay ng mayaman. But he was so proud about his own generosity. And then this woman who could not even look up because she only gave
2 copper coins.
2 copper coins, everything.
Yeah, but
From her own want.
What that woman was worth a lot more than all the others have contributed.
So nakikita po natin itong consistency ng idea ng gospel na to. Though it may be using the idea of the mustard seed as something very powerful and could convert even other mulberry dito, sinabi niyang others, bigger trees. It's the same logic of Jesus. Parang kung pag-aaralan po natin yung pag-iisip, the pattern of thinking of Jesus, don't be afraid, kung konti lang yan. Kasi yung obsession nga po ng mundo ngayon is increase. Productivity increase, salary increase, ano pa po is position, promotion.
Akala mo hindi ka magiging confident hanggang
dagdagan. Parang gano'n eh. Parang, naalala ko nga, minsan, nung nagdi-dinner po kami ni na Bishop, sabi, kahit sa mga pare, kung minsan, ina-apply yung ideyang promotion. Monsignor, kailan ka mapopromote? Parang gano'n. Father, kailan ka mapopromote niyan? Anong kailangan para ma-promote ka na maging kang Monsignor? Sa totoo, yung deep inside you, it's really a wrong question. Kasi, I don't know, at least for our own, sa kultura natin, sa church, even sa diocese, we don't think of promotion. We do not think of being promoted. Unlike in a corporate world na mayroong career pathing, it does not apply. Kasi it's a totally different paradigm. Parang hindi po talaga parehong mundo. Kaya pag sinabi mong dagdagan ng aming pananampalataya, parang kahit si Jesus hindi niya maintindihan ang ganong salita. Kasi po, ang pananampalataya hindi dinadagdagan. Hindi na kailangan dagdagan.
Nakapagtaka, once we begin to think that way, lumilihis na tayo. Di ba? Parang ganon. No?
Meron kang nabanggit kanina, Father Deo, yung consistency ng pag-iisip ni Jesus. Nanariwa sa akin yung gospel nung nakalipas, isang Sunday, yung rich man at saka si Lazarus.
Yes, that's true also.
Nandun pa rin yung paghahambing ng dalawang extremes na kinalalagyan nila. At itong bida nung kwento, si Lazaro, ay he was practically nobody. Sabi nga the rich man was dressed in purple, in fine linen, and lived in luxury. At nakita ko yung si Lazaro, he was dressed in sores.
In sores.
At
damit niya
yung mga sugat.
Pero meron siyang fan.
Sino?
Yung aso.
Yung aso. Pero alam niyo po na ang kagandahan pala ng pangalan ni Lazaro is also Eleazar, which means God is my helper.
God is my helper.
At and that is what brought him to heaven, yung kanyang pananalig sa Panginoong Diyos despite his wretched condition. Kaya yung malaki yung timbang nung nung littleness whereas the rich man parang yun pa ang nagdala sa kanya doon sa kapahamakan. Because he was focused on yung yung kayamanan lang niya, yung kanyang comfort.
May other version yun, Brother Willie, hindi ba? Yung the Pharisee and the publican. Yung medyo nandoon siya sa loob ng para feeling niya na may utang na loob ang Panginoon sa kanya. Kasi siya, he is more pious. He is more knowledgeable in the Word of God. He is more temple-going, church-going.
More action, in terms of action.
Lord, sabi niya ganyan, thank you for making me, sabi niya, for not making me like that man over there. I fast, I pray. He is more, he fasts more, he prays more, he does more charity.
I fast, I give.
Parang sinasabi niya sa Panginoon
May
tingnan
puhunan
mo
ako sa'yo.
tingnan mo ako, ganyan. Oops,
May
sorry.
puhunan ako sa'yo.
Sabi niya, yung parang kinakabog pa yung dibdib niya. Look at me, sabi niya.
Galing-galing.
It was all about him.
Yes.
It's not about God.
And pagkatapos ng nangantsaw pa hindi ako katulad noon, tingnan mo yun.
Small time.
Yes, the guy was all about himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yet he's praying.
Yeah.
So who is he praying? Di ba praying is praying to God?
Praying to himself.
Parang God doesn't even figure there in his prayer.
Oh.
It's all about himself. Parang
Siguro nagkakamot lang ng ulo, Panginoon. Para sinasabi niya, ano ba nakain nito?
Kaya po siguro, mayroon po kaming speaker sa SEAP convention. Ang galing po niya, si Attorney Oposa, isa magsaysay awardee.
Yeah.
At he really loves the environment passionately. Not only an advocate, but a practitioner. I think he dedicated his entire life and everything to this passion. And he's really making a difference.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, it's very easy to make money, but it takes a lot of sacrifice to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yun yung last words niya. At nabanggit niya po, sana yung mag-isip-isip tayo when we always want to increase. Kung minsan tinitignan natin yung mga developed countries as our idea because they have more in life. They have more in terms of material things.
Oo, pag nagpunta ka sa mga department stores nila, sa katerbang
mga
supply
pagkain
nila.
nilang sobra-sobra. Mga
Tapos tatapon nila.
Tinatapon-tapon. Sabi niya, ang tawag dapat sa mga ganyang bansa, hindi developed country. Sabi niya, dapat OCC. Over-consuming countries. Tayo daw, hindi daw poor countries dapat natin. Low-consuming countries.
Low-consuming,
Siguro, yung unang punto lang po, sometimes we want to give up because we feel we do not have enough. Pero mag-isip-isip po tayo. Ang talagang solusyon ho ba sa buhay natin is to always increase. Kung minsan yung bata, umuwi po siya, 83 yung grade, 85. Ang command ng mother or father, increase your grade.
Yeah.
What if ganyan lang muna yung bata, let them be. Yung ganun. And siguro sa pananampalataya, ganyan din. Let us begin to question or think otherwise in terms of our ways of thinking. At pag-iisip din ng mga apostol hanggang ngayon is increasing the only way to be fulfilled. Magbabalik po ang Men of Light at hindi-discuss naman natin pag tayo'y nanliliit.